Hello, everyone. This is The Unspeakable at Innerscapes Art Studios, and today I'm doing layers of gel printing, neurographic art, and acrylic painting. It's all acrylic painting. Here I'm drawing a stick figure. I did this last month after weeks of being in bed with the flu, and I was a little dreamlike when I did this, and not well yet. I just needed to get up and do something. So I'm Posca penning the stick figure in of me laying in bed on top of lots of pillows and cushions. I wasn't sure, but I decided to go ahead and do a one pull of multi-layers. I don't have a cat, but I wished I had one. So I drew one in. It's my dream. And that's all the EMFs radiating from my laptop and my phone on the table next to the bed. And I had lots of fluffy pillows and warm things. I went ahead and filled this in with other colors. Those are energy frequencies that I felt. And here I'm painting in layers onto the plate. This is taking me days. That first part with the stick figure I did on one day, and this is another day. And then this arrived. Well, no, I did this on the same day because I wiped the paint off. It was still wet here. Now it's dry. Now I'm on my third day here. I thought I'd try some old fluid paint that I had from the fluid acrylics, but it was too fluid and it didn't adhere to the gel plate. You can see that striation and those bubbling ups. Now the blue is Amsterdam paint. It's not a fluid paint. But I like the texture, so I left it. And I'm feeling this as I go. I'm painting according to the energies that I felt, the energy I wanted to pull in and replace the sickness with somewhat of a sense of humor and playfulness. And really, I don't take a lot of medication, and I didn't. I take a lot of anti-inflammatories and herbals for the sore throat and antibacterial herbs for the chest congestion, but I don't really do pharmaceuticals. And I was really spacey. And that might have been from sleeping so much. I think this was around Valentine's Day, which inspired me to do that pink. And here I decided to just pull up the print as it was. I lost my patience after, 5 or 6 days and thought, okay, I'm just going to pull up this print all at once. And I'm using the pink to pull it up. And I decided I was going to leave it overnight. I'm using the test print paper from my friend from a long time ago. He did photographs and threw a lot of them out, and I took the paper to make art with. Only I put the photograph side down because I was really kind of out of my mind. So I packed it up with weight to leave it overnight and pull it the next morning. And here we are, the moment of truth. I was really, really disappointed. And I thought it was very funny, and I still do. Because I wanted to paint the energetic feeling of being sick, and this painting looks so horrible, which is exactly how I felt. Really, it's awful. Awful artwork, but it was so much fun. So what I did was I cut the paper away, and now I'm going to paint the healing process and make this better, just like I'm getting better. And I'm using the idea of neurographic art. I don't think I'm doing it the way they show you on YouTube. But what I'm doing is I'm making circles around the parts of the painting that I really like. And then these are the neurographic lines. And what you do with neurographic art is everywhere the lines and the shapes intersect with each other, or the lines and the lines, you make a four-cornered convex little shape. And in the end, it has this feel of neurons, neuronal structures in the body, the nervous system. So that's a layer. And I did go in, I didn't turn the camera on for the purple. I did it late at night, but I let that dry for a couple of nights. I got tired of it and went back to bed. And now I'm feeling a little bit better and I want to add light. So I wouldn't call this negative painting, but I would call it something else. I don't know what. It's kind of negative painting, but not really. It's fun painting. And I'm playing with shapes and colors, and I'm using translucent layers. I've added a lot of gel medium to these colors and a lot of white to the colors that I used in the painting itself to build up layers of light. Because for me, healing from any illness, whether it's physical, emotional, psychological, social, or political, we need light, and we need contrast, and we need light. That's all I can say. And so this went on for days. One day, I didn't rent, but I have my laptop, and I downloaded 3 free movies, and I did this while I was watching movies, which is why I'm doing a voiceover, because the movies are playing in the background. None of this makes any sense to me, but we are in the time of Pisces. Here it is. Pretty good, huh? But I keep going. And Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac before Aries, which is the spring. So Pisces lasts from mid-February to mid-March. Pisces is very watery, very dreamlike, very hallucination-like. It's very dissolving and unraveling. And that's what I feel like here. And that's what this painting feels like. What I like about it is the contrast between the smoothness of the paint and being able to see through to a little bit of the layers of the print, that sick print. And I like the bubbles around the nice parts of the print. And see, the toes look like a face down at the bottom. That tickles me. That's pretty much it, except a few more layers of light. And at one point, it was just sitting up on my desk, and every time I walked by it, I looked at it, and I knew it needed something, and I wasn't sure what. But I just watched it for about a week. I did this. And I could paint on this for another 2 weeks, but I decided to finish it and just post it. And move on to the next phase of my life. Life is changing rather quickly these days. So here it is. And yet I did paint in, it's kind of pretty. I really do like the shapes. But what I did do was paint in those eyes. And I didn't turn the phone on for that. This is it. This is the stopping point. I'm healed.